Hey y'all, day 17, checking in for the self-care revolution. Okay, my earring don't want to do what it's supposed to do, so we're just going to take this one off too. But welcome back to day 17 for our self-care check-in. It's a 30-day self-care check-in. I'm just showing you guys how easy it is to include self-care in your daily life. This 15 minutes, it's not going to be a full 15 minutes, but this few minutes is a part of self-care because all you need to do is make yourself aware of what you need and then give it to yourself. Now, if you find that you go days without giving it to yourself, then that's what you need to address. But you need to have the practice of checking in on yourself and taking stock of what you need. And you start with the daily five because the daily five makes sure you show up as a whole person, right? And make sure that you can make decisions without being starved, hungry, or whatever, or stop, or not, or like, let me just slow down. It means that you can make decisions without being starved, hungry, or you can make decisions from a place of having enough rest, right? Not having enough rest affects your decision making. A lot of the things in the daily five, if you don't do them, affect your decision making and affect how you show up, right? So that's the whole point of focusing on the daily five, right? Hydration, nourishment, movement, rest, and reflection. And so today we're just gonna go through my day on how I did. Today was a strength day for me. I showed up and did my 30 minutes that I promised myself. The goal for me is to show up and create the habit of consistency. Be consistent and showing up. It doesn't matter how the workout looks. We were there. We did it. Okay. And we're going to see results. Our muscles aren't going to be like, oh, you didn't do what you did last time. No, we are creating the habit of this is what we spend 30 minutes a day on, right? Some type of movement. So we're going to go down my trusty sheet. Well, we're only going to highlight on a couple of these or whatever. This is for my workbook. If you have not downloaded the workbook and you want to, check the bio. But you could also go to selfcaremattersdaily.com and get a free self-care tracker that will give you ideas of how you can pay attention to yourself with self-care daily. All right. Now, sometimes people say self-love, and I feel like self-care and self-love are in the same, they're related, right? They're not the same thing because the self-care tips that I'm giving you, that's the action on how to do self-love, okay? Because the things that you're going to do in the actions, like, cooking for yourself, that's one of the biggest acts of self-love. Like, what are you reflecting on? Your limiting beliefs and stuff like that, those things go into self-love, but you have to start with the action of self-care, all right? Hope that makes sense. Now let's go down my list, all right? So today I did really good on water. I had water when I first woke up, and I have been drinking it throughout. I haven't had any too many sugary drinks. I did have a glass of tea, but that's that. A lot of people think that if they're using honey, they're not having sugar, but it's the same thing, guys. So, nourish. I did well on what I ate today, and I'm gonna have something good for dinner tonight. Okay, and the last thing I want to look at is my rest, because a lot of people think that you can sleep when you die, and that's not true. Like, not getting enough sleep, it doesn't allow your body to repair the things you need to repair. So if you are running on fumes, then I need you to address that. If you're not feeling well, period, you need to address what you're eating, whether you're hydrated, are you sleeping well enough, right? Those are the three things that you need to focus on if you don't feel good. Okay? Say no to something, all right? Figure out what you need to eat better than what you've been eating. Like, the point is to take the few minutes to assess what's going on, because when you think about how important you are and how if you don't take good care of yourself, and you won't make it to do those things, like, what's the whole point of what you're doing? You need to focus on you. That is the whole point, y'all. All right. So tomorrow's going to be day 18. We're, like I said, finishing the third week. In a few days, we'll be finishing the third week of this. And you should be proud of yourself if you've been checking in. Even if you haven't done anything yet, the fact that you are showing up and thinking about it is actually doing more than you think it is, because you are probably beating yourself up more than anybody ever could, because you're aware of what you need and you're aware that you're not giving it to yourself. So that is the whole point, all right? Don't forget to meet us back here tomorrow, 7 to 7:15. I was a little bit late today, but that's okay. I showed up. I'm here. We did it. All right. Get in the comments below and let me know if you spend time checking on yourself. I mean, it may seem like an obvious thing to do for some people. You're not the crowd that I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who skip meals, the people who, maybe they get well into their day and they haven't showered because they're taking care of everybody else. The people who, feel like they're working from sun up to sundown on everybody else's stuff and then they barely get to sleep. Those are the people that I'm talking to. All right. You need to start with the daily 5. Focus on that. All right. I'm your girl, Demita. I'll see y'all in the next video. Day 18 is tomorrow. Peace.